Of all the things to finally take this clown down, the far leftist who has spent his career on Twitch convincing, in my opinion, the youth of America to become more radicalized and to commit crimes and to do heinous things. Of all the things that could have taken him down, it wasn't his many calls for attacks on conservative, physical attacks on conservatives. It wasn't his calls to take the life of conservative sitting Congress people. It was how he treated his dog that has completely destroyed the reputation of this loser. And he manages to keep lying. It's actually bonkers to me how much he keeps lying, and he keeps doubling and tripling down in all of this, that you're just never going to believe all this new stuff that's come out, including PETA turning on him. All that and more after a quick word from Private Internet Access. Before we get into the rest of the story, super quick word from this video sponsor. Shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, it's 2024. If you aren't using a VPN yet, you're completely missing out, and Private Internet Access is the one I use on all of my devices. If you've been following the news, you see that censorship, websites, apps are getting shut down in certain countries, all sorts of craziness. Well, a VPN helps you never have to worry about that. Private Internet Access also protects you from the prying eyes of hackers, internet service providers, and others that can view your personal data. Perhaps also just as importantly, Private Internet Access allows you to access region-restricted content from all over the world. Streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and more have different library options based on where you're located, and some shows simply cannot be accessed if you're not in the target location. Happens to me all the time. Many sports events also have regional blackouts. Well, VPNs can be a convenient way to make sure you're getting the content that you're paying for. Private Internet Access also allows you to protect an unlimited amount of devices all at the same time, so your entire household with a single subscription. And I've been working with Private Internet Access so long that I have an absolutely massive discount available to my viewers. Link in the description below. Get Private Internet Access today using my link. Save huge, protect your computers, access all the content that you've been paying for, and ensure that your internet is never censored. You don't have your VPN? Get it today. PETA responds to Hasan Piker's hurting his dog. Hasan Piker, the popular leftist streamer who's gained increasing mainstream prominence since Donald Trump retook the presidency, has become embroiled in a controversy over the treatment of his dog in a perpetual presence in the background of his feed at home in West Hollywood. Well, it's a perpetual presence in his home because he shocks it if it leaves the camera frame. Like, we know this. We saw it happen live. A clip from his October 7th stream, ironically, went viral after viewers alleged Piker, who has 3 million followers alone on Twitch, as well as millions more on other social media platforms, activated a shock collar on his pet while seemingly frustrated with her behavior. Her behavior was simply leaving her mat as his multi-thousand-dollar prop, mammalian prop. Piker, of course, denied the claim. We've got hilarious evidence that shows him digging this hole even deeper. We're going to take a look at that in a second. Piker, of course, has denied the claim, but also admitted to owning one and describing it as, quote, incredibly effective. Now, PETA has weighed in. In a statement to the Hollywood Reporter, the advocacy group says, and this is going to be hard for them because they're going to give him all of the possible grace they could because they're both far left activists. Hasan Piker has denied using a shock collar on his dog, and we hope that's true because shock collars are dangerous and downright cruel. They put dogs at risk of burn wounds, chronic anxiety, and displaced aggression. Now, all three of those things are if you improperly use a shock collar. I've said before, if you have a prey-driven dog like a German Shepherd or a Pit Bull or you have this type of stuff, I have no issue at all with proper use of an e-collar. 100% no issue with it. The problem is the majority of people that use e-collars are lazy and they use them for all sorts of things, as demonstrated by Hasan Piker, who seemingly zapped his dog simply for getting off her mat. Now, the shock was bad enough, but his behavior after it has been appalling. Instead, see, here's how like a normal person would react. If I was sitting there, like my dog Huck is right here. Let's see if I can get him to come say hi. Let's see. Baba, come up here. Come on up. Up. Come on. Up. Yes. Come on. All right. If Hucka Papa, Thank you. If he yelped like that, my instant reaction would be like, oh my gosh, what happened? Are you okay? And I'd be like, oh, who's your good puppy? Who's your good puppy? Right? That's what you would do. And look how ferocious he is. Rah! Now good boy, when around other male unneutered dogs, he wears an e-collar. Why? Because he's still a German Shepherd. And while he does listen to me, sometimes, you know, that prey drive will take over, or he wants to defend me. The one time he got into it with a dog, he was trying to defend me in his mind. And, you know, I had to stick my hand in there and get bit, you know, and that's not great. However, the thing is, most people don't use it sparingly. They use it like Hasan. So anyway, let's get to this. So Hasan Piker showed his e-collar, which he very clearly took the prongs off of and put tape over it. So here's the model shock collar he has. I had the same. I think I had the E-Educator, I think is what he has, because there's like 100 settings of intensity on the shock and the vibrate and things like that. But you can see they raised the lightness, and after he got caught, he took the prongs off, which is an option. Like when I train only using the vibrate function, I just take the prongs off. It's actually, you know, it's very helpful, right? The vibrate function is great for recall when they're young, stuff like that, just to kind of get their attention. Like, what was that? Oh, dad's calling, you know? You don't have to shock them, you know? He removed the prongs, and then he put a piece of black electrical tape over where they went. Why would you do that? I've never done that. I've taken the prongs off mine before when I use it for the vibrate function. Why would I put a piece of tape over it? He put a piece of tape over it to hide that the holes would even exist, but he got caught. This is an incredible unforced error. Now, you can get vibrate-only collars, and there are just a few bucks. This person here replies, vibrate-only collars are like 30 bucks. Literally no one ever has spent 250 bucks on an e-collar to remove the contact points and only use the vibrate function. It makes no sense. Also, the vibrate function is separate from the stim. You can use it without stimming the dog. Correct. You could leave the prongs in and just use vibrate. It still works. Like, it still will get their attention. You know, and why would, you know, you don't need those prongs for a shock collar. Don't you need those prongs for a shock collar work? Yes, you do. However, you can take them out. And so they were obviously in when he shocked the dog, and now he took them out to try and pretend like it's vibrate only. And here's some more evidence. Fellow leftist, emaciated Philip DeFranco, reached out to him and got one of the most ridiculous. He ran the most ridiculous cover for him. I can't even imagine people still watch this dork, but here he is.
As far as Hasan's response here, I actually reached out for a comment and reaction. Right, and so with that, he called this one of the most insane brigades he's ever seen. Then adding, I rewatched the video and I totally get why people are angry. I should have instantly gone over to check on her. I was in full panic mode over the internet going out and the stream crashing, and I take total accountability for that.
So that is what a normal person would do. Like, if my dog yelped, I don't care what's going on my stream. I'd be like, oh my God, what happened? He didn't even react. The reason he didn't react is because he expected it, because he shocked the dog, because he was having a moment of frustration over his internet. This is undeniable. The reason he didn't react by saying, oh my goodness, what's going on, is because he shocked the dog. If I shocked Huck, I would expect him to yelp. If they don't yelp, it's probably not up high enough. Okay? So he had it up high enough to cause the yelp and cause that reaction, the correction. And if I pressed the button and he yelped, I wouldn't be like, oh my God, what's going on?
Hasan then also talking about the allegations around the collar, as well as the allegations that he shocked the dog. Regarding the collar, he said, I have a bunch of different collars for her, including a vibrating collar for communicating with her over a long distance when she's at the park, etc. Saying she was professionally trained to be off leash. That collar can't actually shock her. Adding, I didn't press anything, I didn't have any remote or anything with me. And then regarding his dog yelping, he said, I don't know what happened, but I assume it was her clipping her do nail on the corner while following the place command, but I get why it looks horrible to a person who's seeing this interaction for the first time. And then regarding people saying, the dog's just there in the background, or maybe even the dog is forced to be there. He said, Kaya is an incredibly well-trained dog and super well taken care of. She gets 2 hours of activity in the morning at the park and then another hour-long walk in the afternoon with my mom. With Hasan then adding, her place command is there so she doesn't lay on the hard ground and hurt her joints as a big dog, but she is free to do whatever. And saying people have been...
She's definitely not free to do whatever, because he corrected her very clearly. Here I grabbed a 1080 of Hasan on the dog collar. He says it has the capacity to vibrate, and that's it. Let's check the owner's manual.
This is the one that people are talking about. Okay, this is the one. This is the one that they saw. It has the capacity to vibrate
and shock,
and that's it.
Then why do you have tape over it?
Are you happy?
Busted. Nah.
It has the capacity to...
He took the prongs out, put tape over it, and then tried to fool the internet. And then let me tell you this. You might say, but Jeremy, I love Hasan. Hashtag free Palestine. Okay, cool. That tape is there. That tape's there for... he probably put the tape there so dog hair wouldn't get in it. Well, if that tape wasn't freshly placed there, why isn't there dog hair all over the tape? Which there would be. You see this? The tape is fresh because there aren't any strands of dog hair stuck to the tape. There'd be dog hair all over this tape. He literally taped it up to cover where the prongs went in, hoping people wouldn't see it, and they all saw it. Here he says he's trying to save his rear end. Besides, shock collars are not needed for most dogs, and definitely not for docile dogs like his. And most people who do use shock collars don't know how to train dogs, like a-holes who keep spike chokers on all the time. Right, well, I can tell you this, as somebody with prey-driven dogs, I was trained by a trainer on how to use an e-collar and did use it when he was young, and he wears it when we are out in public. I have also used a pinch collar because that's all that gets a 100-pound dog's attention. Now, when does he wear that collar? At class and when we're in public. That's it. He doesn't wear it at home. He doesn't wear it when we're playing. He doesn't play it when we're on a regular walk. He doesn't even wear it at doggy daycare. Okay, he doesn't go anymore because they don't let unfixed males stay past like a year and a half or two, which is, I understand. But like, even as somebody who isn't like a bleeding heart about pinch collars and about e-collars. Now, I never had to use a pinch collar or an e-collar on my lab, but when you have German Shepherds, you have pit bulls, you have, Malinois or whatever, you have a high prey drive dog. I don't have a problem with people using them properly. Hunting dogs, right? This is going to turn into one of those situations where the lie and the cover up is going to be as bad, if not worse, than the initial controversy. Oh yeah, it's way worse. This is going to destroy his reputation completely. The non-shocking model that they even sell doesn't match. He's completely lying. He thinks everyone's stupid, and he'd just love to see it. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please subscribe or follow down below. We'll talk to you again real soon.